What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you from the past. Again, as you can see, still the same shirt. This is the third video recording today, and this should cover me while I'm gone for a little micro holiday to Sri Lanka tomorrow. So, well, tomorrow as I'm recording this, I'm not sure in relation to when you'll be watching this, but this is pretty much an episode of Brewing With, because I got two different brews to show you, and then I want to discuss about potential future brews, and I don't think, let's see if we have time to also make a third one at the end. But the card that brought me to this place is the new Millennium Calendar card, which is a little one mana hilarious little one mana artifact. And that's about as much of an introduction as we're going to need. So without further ado, let's jump into the first of tonight's brews. And we've got a Rakdos one and a Boros one. I think we're going to start off with the Rakdos one, simply called All Will Be Calendars. And I think you should have guessed by now where we're going with this. Definitely up there on the jankometer. Way up there on the jankometer. But when it pops, baby, it feels so damn good. So in Rakdos, we get to play with a sweet new card, the Molten Collapse. Pretty much just ignore the rest of the text box. Like, sure, there'll be some decks where we can descend and somehow get value out of both of the modes here, but the non-creature, non-land permanent mana value 1 or less is pretty, I mean, it's not anything, but it's not everything. And so regardless, 2 mana creature planeswalker, even though its sorcery speed is really, really nice and clean. Like, the only real downside is that it's sorcery speed. Otherwise, it's phenomenal removal. And when we put it together with Go for the Throat, couple copies of Abrade, which I've been finding to be really relevant in the meta, couple marches, bit of life gain, and full playset of the Sweeper, I feel pretty safe against the like mono red and whatnot. And this is all going to be buying us time so that we can calmly, slowly but surely ramp our way into the win con using the Irencrag and the Celestus to get an all-we-one down as quickly as possible. And if you haven't guessed already, we, on the journey to get there, because you kind of really want that opening hand with the one drop, you just go play land, Millennium Calendar. Then you start putting these, what are they called? Time counters on it. And by the time you get to turn 5 or 4, depending on your ramping, when you actually play all B1, it should already have a bit of these time counters. The aim of the game is to get it to a certain point where when you pay 2 mana and double it, it's enough to just get an OTK with the all B1, because the number of tokens that are put on it, you go face. To compound this effect, I'm testing out the Bloodletter of Aclazotz, because if an opponent would lose life, this way, this turn, they lose twice that much life. So if we ever can get both of these on the battlefield at the same time, when we do one of those doubling of counters on the calendar, GG. I've done like -50, like just ridiculous, super fun. Definitely very janky, but honestly, I've popped it off more than you'd think. And what really helps things along is the inclusion of Chimil here at the top end, the Inner Sun, just continuing to discover 5. Often it's finding just a removal spell to get rid of that thing that the opponent's playing, so that we can keep biding our time, so that we can pull off the combo. And, what can I say? It's just a ridiculous card. I hope we get to play it in as many different shells. We definitely got some copies in the Boros deck I'm going to show you after this, but like I've got some other ideas, like maybe a specifically Discover deck. Stay tuned. But yeah, we can just outgrind the more mid-rangey opponents with Chimil, and then the fact that it makes the rest of our spells afterwards uncounterable if we're just like digging through our library for that all will be one. And of course, important to note, the Chimil also discovers 5, which is the cost of the all will be one, so we can often just find it. 25 lands, as you saw, 2 blast zones, because it's a thing that, you know, it's a land that puts counters on things. So it can not only trigger the OB1, but at some point can also be a pretty good sweeper in a pinch. 1 Field of Ruin, because there's so many. You should, these days, it's kind of like Abrade. Like, it's one of those things that it's been coming and creeping up. But now there's a man's land in every single color combination, and plenty of other, like, problematic lands. I think Field of Ruin and the fact that there's multiple different cards that do the same effect that have different names, and you could have essentially 4 of each of them. You know, it's a thing that I think it's finally 100% needed in the meta again. You know, case in point, testing out a couple copies of the new Restless Vents. Let's jump into some games. See how the deck holds up on the Mythic ladder, and then we'll play some matches with the Boros one, which is just finished putting some final touches on it, and it's... Oh, this card is so fun. Of course, you know, kind of prefacing what we're going to talk about at the end of the video when it comes to version 3, you can just play this as a control deck win con without the all will be one and the janky sort of side of things, and just play it as a, you know, including Teferi. There's other things that allow you to untap your artifacts. You maybe get multiple, you know, doubling downs. Sorry, scary stuff. Alright. Aclazotz. You don't just play him out, especially against this color combination. If I play him out next turn, it's like a removal magnet. He just gets taken down straight up. So I think now if it's like the... Yeah, then we go for the Brotherhood's end. Because the Molten Collapse is better for our good friend Sheoldred, which often follows Glisser. Aha! Ah! You bugger. Well, okay.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. Drop it.
Discarding land. Unfortunately, this deck also plays what's it called?
That's my cue to leave.
Hair Asunder. So we really need to. I mean, I'm very frustrated that I haven't found a calendar yet. Our hand is spent. Or do you want to bet it's going to be another Liliana? I'm big money. Take my money. Okay. Alright. Let's double up on the Bloodletters. If he can't remove these now, I think it's just game over. If I'm hoping he doesn't have the usual thing that they have with the Obliterator, because that would just be disastrous. Ooh. Did we just do it? I mean, this card is weird. It's obviously a very strong, like, text box, but I think it's a little bit of a trap. I'm really struggling to find the perfect deck for it. I've been trying it, like, you know, things like Anvil triggers will double, you know, little things like that. Your +1s with your Obnixilis will do more damage to the opponent. That sort of stuff. Maybe in some sort of a Rakdos burn. I don't know. But if you get lucky, the opponent doesn't have removal, and you have a couple of them down, you know, what happens is the one hits, and then they both trigger. You saw there how I hit him for 4, and I mean, just a couple 2/2s, and I can't remember how much life he was on before this, but it just decimation. All right, nice. Was not able to get the combo off though, which sucks. I want a nice turn 1 calendar in hand. Let's go. I'm thinking, I mean, the one with Teferi I was just talking about, where you can untap, and it's probably going to end up being the better one, because you get to play card draw and counter spells and sweepers, so you just protect the calendar. But it doesn't have the same explosive je ne sais quoi of Okay, nice. Mono red. Yeah. I think for sure we just get rid of this guy right away. I'm very happy when I see March. Also, the fact that this guy has 4 toughness is really not too shabby. Because, you know, maybe you don't block. If you have to, they're tapped out, you know, they're not going to follow up with like a lightning strike or something. Okay. Epicure. No squee? Now, let's see what happens. I mean, we've got enough of a little bit of a life buffer that, like, you know, even if he's got the Lich Knight's Conquest or whatever, and he just immediately kills the Bloodletter or whatever. Otherwise, we got a little dude in the air. Importantly, it won't, like, double your marches, because it's the opponent life lost. Would be nice. It's not quite like a Torbrand for black spells or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is very much like Torbrand, but we don't block. He's not playing anything else. Doesn't look like. So I guess he's just got the thing. The Lich Knight's Conquest thing. Ow. Wow. Ouch. Nice. What a card that one, eh? Underplayed AF, I think. We're just gonna take, what? 8? I think that's just game over. Yeah. Oh, that felt so bad. Well played, opponent. Sneaky little... That's the usual 3 mana, like, steal your guy spell from... There's one in every set, essentially. The most recent one from Wilds of Eldraine puts a roll token as well, and I think it's fairly decent. Furnace Rain's also pretty nice with the treasure token. They're all just, you know, 3 mana, and they just do something slightly different. Out of nowhere. And the, you know, of all the things you could have stolen, like, if I just had anything else, it would have been... Ooh! Okay. Turn 1 calendar, and then, you know, a bit slow, but we've... you know, this looks terrible as a hand, probably, but... Ooh! Okay, Celestus, very nice. Ooh, mono green. Remember to tap always everything down when you play your... With the land, 3, 4, 5 can play the all be one. Of course, green has enchantment removal. Nice, slow start. Everything you tap, whenever you untap, you put a counter. Trying to build up as many counters as we can. Before... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is it, guys. This is it. I mean, we needed just a low mythic freaking mono green player to really do the thing here for us. Because now we're just gonna jam out this guy. Already just this is gonna be 4, 5 damage. 10 damage. This is gonna be 10 damage right now. Oh, sorry, mate. That's just not gonna do it, eh? Tap you. My turn. 5 becomes 10 because of the Bloodletter. And then we just double it. Bro, yes. Done. On camera. That's it. I don't think we need to do another one with the Rakdos one. I mean, yes, this mono green guy was, you know, mono green, poor mono green. But trust me, it's honestly like this happens. It's happened lots in testing. the opponent's still like just kind of setting up their stuff, and even if they're trying to race you, whatever, you just got your Millennium Calendar, you've got your BO1. Just chillax. Next thing, as soon as you untap, play your Bloodletter, and it's just like, you saw that, minus 29. So, you know, that's, you can win this way. But then if it goes grindy, and we kind of can go a little grindy here with the Celestus and things, then you can just wait until it gets to the full 1000 and just, you know, because it's a win con by itself. But the thing with the all BO1 just tries to speed it up as well, you know, the Bloodletter as well. It's just trying to make it happen as quickly as possible. In the Boros deck we're about to see, we don't have the Bloodletter. But, you know, we're still going for the same win con. Is it better or worse? Let's find out. So, brew number 2. Called Boros Calendars. Very lamely, I'm afraid. Can never get there. Boros Calendar. I'll think up of a better name. But it's again making use of Chimil. I don't know why I keep calling it Chimil. But we've got just a different sort of... I mean, there's 3 copies of an Impakal is... It could be anything. I'm a little bit confused as to what to play. If we go more controlling, just put in like friggin' Sweeper or something, you know, like in Brotherhood's ends, or something that proliferates. And we're proliferating and things, you know, I don't know, or some card draw, because I've been really struggling with card draw in this deck. The only real advantage is Chimil, Roadside Reliquary, and like the Celestus triggers. So like maybe finding a way to, we cut the Impakal, but what do we put in red and white to draw cards? Like, and I was thinking of the new Descend guy. Which is, I just can't wait to build a brew around ASAP, but we hardly ever descending in this deck, so then like it just it's really just a draw 1 because you're discarding and then draw +1. It's not good. Like so, you know, the red and white typically have that type of effect, and then, you know, there's some things in colorless that'll draw us some cards, weird new stuff like this map, I think it's called Treasure Map. It's 2 mana, same spot as the curve. There's so many other things I have in the deck. And then like, well, scry. Eventually I can sack treasures to draw cards. Seems good, but I don't know. It's a reprint apparently as well. I just don't think like, if the argument is I'm going to replace an Impakal with something, I don't think the answer is, okay, perfect, let's put Treasure Map in there. Like, I think there's better things to do. So an Impakal, like, it's just kind of a filler for now, but, you know, it's a body that makes more bodies, which can block and get in the way of stuff if you can't find your Sweeper and whatnot. And it is, you know, every time you attack, it does put counters on itself, so there's a little minor synergy with all B1. And I thought, why the hell not? You know, let's just chuck it in there. And it's ended up being pretty freaking nice, as well as another thing you can hit with Chimil or whatnot. So, trying out like this definitely very controlled combo jank deck with all B1 and Millennium Calendar, just with a little bit of creatures there just to hold the fort down while we try and get to the payoff. The nice thing about this version is the Chimil can hit the depopulate, and there's been so many games where you tap out, you play the Chimil, you're gonna die the next turn. And all you need is that one more turn to untap and do your Millennium Calendar thing. And then the Chimil hits the depopulate, you clear the board, and you can, you know, reset for the next turn. It feels amazing. Like, I think that's a really good, you know, point about Chimil. This thing of, like, in a control deck, it makes your spell uncounterable. Even in the mirror, that's good, and then, you know, you'll always hit an extra thing at the end of turn, and you can decide anyway with Discover whether you want to cast it or put it into your hand. It's going to be interesting to see where this Chimil ends up. But sorry, I'm blabbing. I realize I am blabbing. Let's jump into some Boros games before we call it a night. We're 19 minutes in. Honestly, we could probably have played a few more matches with the Rakdos one, but we did the thing so flawlessly against that mono green opponent that I feel like I've showing you everything that the deck can do, and we also used the new cards, all of them, including the new Rakdos removal spell and whatnot, so I think that was pretty good. Hello! Very slow hand against Rakdos aggro. At least we've got the mana. Looks 4, 5. We need one more to cast. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Duplicate in my hand that I don't need. It's gonna be some kind of bargain deck. Opponent. Doing opponent-y things. Hello. Huh? Not nice at all. Gotta say. Such a unassuming little common, this Hopeless Nightmare. Really good card. Okay, so, I mean, cool. Get stuffed. Get out of my life. Bye-bye. Thank you. Land off the top. Get that Chimil down before he rebuilds. I'm assuming he'll take out the blue. I'm not gonna lose my Irencrag, unfortunately. Cannot do that. Oof. That land is just more and more essential. Come on, deck. Don't let me down. We got 26 lands in this one. I really never wanted to miss a land drop, unfortunately. Oh. Give me that land. Give me that land. Give me that land, baby. Let's go. I think we're just dead. Okay, okay. I mean, I still think we're just dead, but... You know, maybe we hit the sweeper, and then he can only hit us with an underdog, but he's also got... No, he doesn't have the man's land. Alright, that's game. Little too quick. Guys, I don't know what to do here. I think that draws cards and gains life in these colors. The only thing I can think of is the thingy of the path or whatever it's called. And like we get rid of an Impakal and one of the Chimils. And we go path. It's really not amazing in the deck because we don't have that much card draw. So at some point you're top decking this and just gaining one life and drawing a card. I mean, it's better than nothing. Is that really where we're at with the deck? Like, how do we stay alive against this sort of thing with the white version? Otherwise, it's yeah, okay, I mean, let's try it. That's why we're here. We're in the lab, we're tinkering. What do we got to lose? We're already in Mythic. A little bit of extra life gain. They're good in the early game. They're not so good in the late game. But, you know, whatevs. It's still a card drawn. You know, we can't even put things like Tokasia's Welcome in this particular Boros deck because there's no, like, token production, really. It's not easy. But, okay. Celestus. Woo! On a red, baby. Go. Sweeper's gonna be great here. Okay, a little Dragoni. This is a guaranteed sweep next turn, but that's never always just you know, a solution against mono red. But it is what it is. Ugh. Talk here. I don't think he'll swing at it. Although he might. Will be interesting to see. Okay, he's definitely going to swing at it, which is great, because that stops us from taking some damage, and then the depopulate is just so much better. And we're going to play the Eganja so we don't lose any life from anywhere the forge here is. Okay. Okay, now we're at the point where we can play Celestus and hold up Fateful Absence. Which is pretty nice. Come on, Celestus, you can do this. You can win us this match. Bye-bye. Perfect. Yeah, no. In the sense that we have stuff to discard to Celestus. Ooh! Top deck City against Mono Red. Could not be happier about that, honestly. Hell yeah. Do we even have the mana to activate 1, 2? No. Oh, we could. We could. Do we block? I mean, hey. Gotta be pretty happy about that. Flooding like crazy, but win's a win, especially against that nonsense again. Thank goodness. Okay. Timely sweeper, a little bit of luck. But those card draw spells did feel pretty nice there. Although, like, it's obviously way better in, like, Azorius alongside a massive card draw spell like Silver Scrutiny. I love those turns. My control decks, like Esper and stuff. Draw 10 with, like, your Mind Splice apparatus on the board, and then you just, like, draw 10, and then hit the Union for 1 mana. Gain a bajillion life. Okay. It's worth a try. Opponents also in the lower mythics could be some serious jank. I'm all for it. Let's go. Some removal. I can use the Irencrag to cast this. And then we need to just find lands, as usual. Okay, Rampy Boy. Rampy Boy is no bueno. Ooh, maybe not. Random low mythic boy. Don't think that's Rampy Boy there anymore. This is a cool turn. You play Crag and use the mana from Crag for the Millennium Calendar. It's maximum untappage for the first turn that the calendar is in play. Ooh. I think the ideal shenanigan here would be to do 1 and let's not use that. Let's not be silly. This is better for, it's a more cover-all thing. But the fact that it's exiled is pretty good. These Slogger decks are actually ridiculously good. And I think you got a bunch more tools. I think it's a criminally underplayed card. Lurgoyf. Knew I needed the... Goodness, eh? Not getting any lands. Okay. Took a risk, but also gained a bit of life. Got removal for 1 Lurgoyf. Butler. And this deck has just been getting little bits and pieces. One thing at a time. Oh, hurts. Okay. That's nice. If we draw another land... Yes, please. Off you go. Yes, we give him some card draw. I still think... Yeah, I put both of these in the deck because I was going to just make some points about which is better. This is creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. So it's essentially a Fateful Absence and a... 3, 5. Oof, draw a land will be so good. It's essentially Fateful Absence and Destroy Evil all in one. Yes, baby! Top deck city! Put in hand. Okay, now these colors do have Besaidu's and things. Let's see where he... if... Oh, wow. Did you mill my card? No, you did not. Chimil can still find us the thing, and we can still win here. By the thing, I mean, of course. Oh, that's disgusting. We do have the sweeper also, which could be pretty nice, because he's about to get 12 of these little things, and that also makes it massive. Did not find it. Okay, well, we've got this. At least, but still don't think it's enough, honestly. Go, Chimil. You are our only hope. Yes! Bye! Oh! Why good game? Why good game? Comfy good game. Chimil, you beauty. Mwah. Leshevskis. So, past turn. We're at the point now, if we just find an all-be-one, it's immediately game over. Reach also fits so nice in here. Alright. 0 descending for now. No way. No way you had that much freaking... Still, where is our Obi-Wans? That's like a lot of the deck gone, and we still have... I mean, that gives more chance of Chimil to hit it now and just win the game. But... Jeez, dude. No, 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 don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Sorry. Find a land. Of course we did. Well, it's up to Chimil once again. Disgusting. Disgusting. I cannot believe we got that deep into the library without finding... that's 19 damage. We're dead. Unbelievable. Like, we have 4 copies of Obi-Wan. All we needed was just to find one off of Chimil. We had, like, I don't know how many respins to do it with. And, like, the deck just left all 4 copies in the bottom 20 of our library for the whole match. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. 34 minutes into the video. I think we have time for one more match because I cannot end things like that when the shuffler just decides it's not your day and you're not going to be allowed to pull off your combo in front of your viewers. You just need to have faith and try once more because it was so close. Unbelievable. Truly crazy. How many cards did we go through there? Whew. Okay, we got the turn 1 calendar. Ay. That is bad. Bad. But we do have depopulate, so fingers fucking crossed, people. Okay, slightly slower start from the mono red opponent. Going with the Wicked Roll token for a total of 3 damage. We do not top deck a freaking Goose Rubber. No, not like this, people. Not like this. And we don't find the land, and we delete the game. Nah, I'm kidding. That is really, really disappointing. Holy cannoli, man. Okay, well, at least we got time to do another one. Always when it's too late. Now we can gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 life. We got one more, which is 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. GG. 26 lands in the deck. Let me just remind you, but that's okay. We can go straight into the next one. At least it was a, you know, a quick death. Mono red. Not a single new card from the new set. Just same old, same old. It is only day 2 of the new set release, so I understand, but you always can hope that it just ever so slightly gets better. Okay. We like that. Oh yes, we do. Like some Selesnya shenanigans. Now, next turn I can cast the Union before I play my land to gain extra life. Definitely some counter shenanigans. Because anyway, I have no other play going on. So, whammy. And now we can play our... all will be 1. Or probably deep pop. I don't know if we quite. I mean, if we don't find another one, it'll be pretty disappointing. This is. I mean, it's a fairly decent little board state. Okay, that just decided me. We can go for the deep pop now. We're anywhere on 25 life, and this is gonna get the calendar nice and rolling. We're already gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters. Hopefully, no freaking removal spell for the Millennium Calendar right now, because we do have Surge next turn to protect it. He's having a little read there. He's probably like, "Oh, that's gonna take forever. Who cares?" Thrun is nasty though. Thrun be nasty. Fortunately, like I said, we've built up a fair bit of life total. So now we can protect, and it's gonna be glorious.
I'm not overconfident. You're just an... I have got new moves to teach you.
Can't be the target of abilities. I'm gonna test this. I don't think we can kill Thrun with the freaking Obi-Wan, which is pretty terrifying. We need to just top deck a deep pop.
later.
Show him who's boss. Okay, as you can see, it didn't even allow me to target it. But we still got 16 life and we win next turn. So, and we've got ways of saving our all we want. So I think unless it's a farewell opponent. Yes! We got there. We got there in the end, guys. We got there in the end. Hallelujah! And just on the 40-minute mark, which gives us just enough time to do a little bit more talking about this Millennium Calendar card and where else you can see some play. As I mentioned earlier, we may do a quick little brew sesh, so just like throw something down in 2 moments. I can imagine it having so Millennium Teferi, the one that untaps, let's say like at least 3 of, and then, you know, freaking all the counter spells nonsense, Sunfall. And I would probably still definitely run some of my beloved, where is it? Surge. Like even just a couple surges to protect the Millennium Calendar, I think is amazing. Dissipate. Like lately I've just been going like 4 Dissipate, Negate. And then we can do... There was this other card that allows us to untap our artifacts. Hello? Eh. I think, honestly, we would have to play some of this new guy over here. Absolutely loving the clay fried bricks. Oh, there's that new counter spell, but no, it doesn't fit in this deck. I would put like, I don't know, 1 Enigma Jewel. Nah. Wouldn't fit this one particularly well, but I like this. The life gain, go find us a plains. Because, you know, we're heavy on the Sunfall action. Okay, then, of course, like usual suspects, we're going to have some Fateful Absence. And 1, like, Destroy Evil, I guess. Still on the fence about these things here. And then the card draw that I just mentioned earlier. You know, we're definitely going to be playing Path. And Scrutiny. I mean, something like this is pretty disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. I've played very similar brews, like with, instead of, you know, going for the mill plan, with instead of Teferi, go with Jace and stuff. I think the combination of Sunfall, Union, card draw, counter magic, and like, you know, just some stuff to keep you alive, like Union in the and Clayfly Bricks, as well as Teferi also gains a bit of life. I don't know if maybe instead of all of these counter spells here, we just go only the Dissipate. We get rid of the Get Lost. Celestus is always nice, man, but whew. We're going overtime here, guys, but I think this is going to be the next brew I'm going to put up on the channel. When I get back from Sri Lanka, this is the first thing I want to record. I guess let's try this freaking thing. And maybe just go, like, up the land count. Or we go 1 more Tef. and put in a Celestus. Maybe get rid of one Scrutiny, because we're drawing cards also with the Union and Teferi, and put in 2 Celestus to make it more consistent. And then we've got the new creature land. Ooh! Definitely like one of. And of course, boopity, bappity. So many utility lands these days. I think like so important to have like a Blast Zone and a Field of Ruin, at least one of each. At least. Alright. 4 planes still left in the deck for the... No, okay. Maybe we cut 1 wastes. There we go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I think something like this could also be really, really annoying and like difficult to beat, because you've got the sweeper, you've got the life gain, you've got the removal for planeswalkers, you can protect your Millennium Calendar with counter spells and Surge of Salvation, draw cards, and then eventually you just win with the, you know, just with the doubling. It's a much, much slower one, but I think this could be really cool as well. So stay tuned. But that is going to be it as far as tonight's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know which of the two did you prefer. I'm a bigger fan of the Rakdos one because of the like jank potential, but I think the win rates, and if you go look at my Untapped, the Boros one's a little bit better. I did like the change there with the Union, but yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all when I get back from Sri Lanka, and until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.